Hey preschool team, I'm here to tell you what we are doing this weekend. So this is our last weekend of March. So this is the last weekend we're talking about how God made us. And so last week we talked about how God made us to respect ourselves or take care of ourselves. And we showed different examples of that and how we can take care of the body that God gave us. Now this week, now that we know how to take care of ourselves, we're going to talk about how we can respect others. So our craft this week is based off of Matthew 7:12, which is what we're teaching off of this week. So you might have heard this as the golden rule, which is to do to others what you would have them do to you. Another way we can say that to kids is to treat others the way that you want to be treated. Maybe that's what you've heard as the golden rule. So that's from Matthew 7:12, and it's on their sheet, and it says it up top so you guys can read that together, and then they can color it and have conversation at your small group table about what are some ways that we should treat others, or how can we respect others, and what are ways that you want to be treated, and talk about those types of things while they're coloring at your small group table and focusing on Matthew 7:12, which is what we're teaching off of this weekend. So another simple coloring sheet for this weekend, but some good conversation, as well as our activity is another good activity this weekend. So even though that your small group coloring sheet might be more simple, we have a really fun activity that I think will have some good examples for them. So you are going to have two boards. These are two laminated boards. And you can either, if you're in kindergarten, you can lay them flat at your small group table, or you can put them up somewhere. In the other classrooms, you can do this at your carpet. I was in 4s on Sunday, and I was able to just hold one up and stick the different examples kind of in front of the carpet. I was able to stick them up on the counter, and they could see them as I pulled them off. So do it how it works for you, but you're going to have two boards this time, and one says good friend do's. So what are some things good friends do, and what are some good friend don'ts? So some things that good friends shouldn't do. So we have both boards, and they're up at the front of the room or on your table, and then you're going to have a stack of cards that are laminated, and they're examples of good friend do's and good friend don'ts. So this is two girls giving each other a high five, it looks like. So is this a good friend do or a good friend don't? It's a good friend do, and it can be stuck right on here, or if you're sitting at a table, it can just sit on top of it. And then you have, let's see, what else do we have? Ooh, this is a good one. A friend coloring on someone else's paper. Is this a good friend do or a good friend don't? And so talk about that. This is a Okay, so I've had too many technical difficulties, so I'm going to finish this video on my phone. So the rest of the activity that we were talking about was good friend do's and don'ts, and here is another example of one of them. So obviously the friends of this picture are not using their hands the way that they should be using them. So this is a good friend don't, and then they can add that to the board. And like I was going to say was that they could add them themselves, so you can give the pictures to the kids to come up and post them on one of the boards. That's a way to make it more interactive. It's a way to make it more of an incentive for them to want to continue to participate and be responsible at that carpet time, because you can pick someone who's being responsible to come up and put one up on the board. One more extra note for you guys. For this weekend, would you mind being to team time on time or just a couple minutes early? Because we are going to be doing a fun Jeopardy review of some of our policies and our procedures, and just talking about some different Ridge Kid things that I want you guys to be there for. So make sure you're on time, or maybe even just a couple minutes early, so that we have plenty of time to do that together. But that's all we have for you this weekend, so I will see you guys very soon. Bye!